5 steps to get Australian PR through general skilled migration. In today's video update, we'll be discussing the 5 preliminary steps that are essential when deciding if someone is qualified to apply for permanent residency via general skilled migration. Let's go through the details of the general measures taken to decide the eligibility for general skilled migration visas, Subclass 189, 190 or 491. Although this version of the process is very simplified, we recommend that you contact an immigration or a migration agent according to your particular circumstances. Please bear in mind that all information provided in this video is general in nature. So, without further ado, let's go through the 5 phases to obtain your PR. Phase 1. Select your occupation. Your initial step is to determine which profession matches ideally with your former education and work experience. Immigration holds a list of occupations on certain lists that could be suitable to apply for general skilled migration visas. It is essential that you accurately determine which occupation fits closely with you. For some occupations that can be quite straightforward, but for others, this can be rather confusing. The ANZ SEO occupation description is a great resource to accurately distinguish. Phase 2. Assessment of skills. To apply for any general skilled migration visa, it's a must that you obtain a positive skill assessment. Without this, it won't be possible for you to apply for these visas. The skill assessment makes sure that your work and education experience fulfills the Australian standards. There will be a specific skill assessor for each occupation. For instance, Trades Recognition Australia would assess your skills in trade occupations. Similarly, Engineers Australia would assess your skills in engineering occupations. The occupation list will provide you with the relevant skill assessor for your occupation. Requirements for your skill assessment can be reviewed on the skill assessor websites. Every occupation has a distinct set of education requirements, as well as work experience requirements. Also, there are other potential requirements, such as the English language. Phase 3. Check requirements for visa state occupation lists. This stage is very crucial if you are planning to apply for the state-nominated or regional-nominated visa. If there is a lack of skilled individuals to work in that certain profession, the state or territory governments may opt to nominate a visa bearer to fill these positions. Each state may include their own list of occupations that they are interested in inviting and specific requirements for these occupations. It could be helpful to examine the individual state or territory websites to determine which occupations are needed and what are the conditions for the individual states. For instance, Western Australia might be only inviting onshore candidates who are living and working in that occupation. Queensland could be inviting accountants, but NSW might not. Or if you are applying offshore, South Australia might require you to hold a minimum of 8 years of work experience to be qualified. The fact is that state lists vary, and no state holds the same requirements, so be certain to examine the individual state lists and requirements. Phase 4. Submit an expression of interest points test. Once you hold a full skill assessment, have checked the state lists to be certain that you meet the requirements, you should then submit an expression of interest, commonly known as the points test. To obtain an invitation to apply for the visa, all prospects must pass a points test. To submit an expression of interest for general skilled migration, you would require 65 points, but usually, you would have a higher chance to receive an invitation the more you have higher points. You will be given points for attributes, such as English proficiency, age, education, work experience, relationship status, etc. On the expression of interest, you can also indicate which visa or visas 189, 190, 491, or all 3 you wish to apply for, and which state you prefer to be invited by. Phase 5. Submit your visa application. Finally, once you get the state nomination, you can then start to submit your actual visa application via your immigration account. You will be required to supply education documentation personal documentation, work experience proof, etc. Our video update for today ends here. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Australian immigration. Thanks for watching.